Thank you for tuning in to the Love and Momster podcast. I wanted to start by saying hit the subscribe button, share your comments. You can either relate to it or have experienced the topic we're about to talk about. We're going to start this one with speaking on how and when to remove yourself from negativity and negative energy in order to preserve your peace of mind and your happiness. I know we get in the habit of always being there for everyone. Sometimes we can overdo our parts. You have to know when to let someone know, not this time. And that's okay. Well, it should be okay because you cannot always be there for everybody. It's just not possible. It takes a lot of time and energy to show up for someone else through everything. Everyone cannot help you through your battles. Everyone cannot see you through your struggles. At some point, you do have to rely on yourself. It takes a lot of energy to constantly and consistently show up for someone who's always in a negative space. It's hard to get out of the habit of taking on other people's issues, their problems, because naturally we just want to heal everybody. We want to make everybody feel better. We want to see everybody through. I have found myself in a place where now I clarify. Because if you tell me you're in a bad mood, you're feeling down, you got some things going on, I need you to clarify what it is I can do to see you through this. I can always listen, but let me know ahead of time, how can I personally see you through this? Because if you don't set those boundaries up front, after a while, it gets draining. It gets tiring. Naturally, being there for somebody else through their situation, we automatically take on that load. I've been in a place where I'm just like, gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so thankful. I'm just grateful for the space that I am, currently in. But for some reason, I don't feel okay. I feel weighed down. I feel just uptight, super tense and always aggravated so easily. And after a while, I realized, wow, that's because I've been so busy taking on everybody else's problems, being there for everybody else. And I've been taking in that negativity. I'm now mad for you. Also, the reason why I started clarifying, how can I be of assistance to you? What is it that I can do or say to get you from feeling all of this negativity, animosity, this rage? How is it I can help you? Let's clarify that, because I had to realize some people want to be negative. Some people just want to be mad in that moment. I'm going to allow you to be mad. I know up front that there is nothing that I can say. There's nothing positive I can tell you. There's no quote I can send you that's going to pull you out of that funk. And in that case, I can't help. The worst thing is time wasted. I don't want to waste my time being negative. I got so much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for, that I just can't allow someone else to just feed me all of this negativity and then you're burdening my spirit. If you want to be negative, that's fine. I can't afford to be negative. I just can't. It takes so much time and energy to stay in a negative headspace. And all I have to give is positivity. That's all I have to give. Now, if you want me to sit here and try to uplift you, pull you out this funk, let's do it. Let me see how I can help you. Let me give you some words of encouragement, because, we all need that. Sometimes we need to be steered in the right direction, and some people want that. Keep in mind, when you become burdened and weighted and just this load is on your shoulders, you got to be mindful. Can you also depend on them to lift this burden off your shoulder? Sometimes it's okay not to respond. If you got someone calling, we all know those people in our life where it's just like, oh my God, you just dread the thought of their name just coming across your screen, because it's always something. That does not mean you got to make time for them. It's okay not to respond. It's okay not to answer. You're going to have to find comfort in just ignoring certain people, certain things, certain situations that you know will put you in a negative light. We know in advance the people who trigger us. We know in advance the people who put us in a negative mind space. But it's okay to not respond. You do not owe anyone anything. You owe it to yourself to protect your peace, to protect your happiness. Don't find yourself in a position where later down the line, you are overwhelmed, you're exhausted, and you don't know why. That's because you're trying to carry everybody's burden. It's not your burden to carry. Realize that and just don't carry it. Don't accept that load. It's okay to not be available sometimes. I'm going to make changes for me because I can't keep doing this. You're going to have to make some changes and adjustments for yourself as well. So we can show up for people, but just realize it's sometimes we have to cut it short. If I go through something, once I get through it, I'm making a mental note. Okay, so next time if this happens, I know make this move. I've already did this. I'm not trying to go down this path again. It just took me too long to get out of it. So we're learning, we're growing. You know, we learn from our mistakes. And I'm not saying it's a mistake to show up for people. I'm saying you learn from showing up too much. It's draining, is what it is. I don't have the capability to show up for you right now. I'm going through my own situations and I do not have the capacity to show up for you right now in this moment. I just don't. That is okay. Get in the habit of doing it. That's a healthy boundary, is what it is. And if you have told someone, I don't have the capacity to be there for you right now the way you need me, I just don't have the capacity at this time. That's not you folding. That's not you trying not to be here for a friend, family member, anyone. It's not that you don't want to be here. Know that the healthiest boundary you could set is letting someone know up front, I don't have the capacity to be there for you the way you need. I don't have the capacity to show up for you right now. I'm struggling with what I got going on, but I'm getting through it. I'm working through it. But sometimes you have to create a safe space. Like, okay, I'm happy right now. So right now, I'm not willing to upset that. I'm not willing to throw in a curveball right now because I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow. It took me a long time to get here. So I'm not trying to let the background music take me off my path. That is okay. We got to be okay with saying that. When we're growing and when we're maturing, you realize nothing is changing because you keep allowing the same behavior. If you keep allowing someone's behavior to stay the same towards you, you'll continue to be in that heavy place, the place that burdens you. Is not changing because you're not requiring people to change their behavior. To know me is to love me. To have me in your corner is a blessing. And you got to make sure people understand that because everyone does not understand that. Some people feel entitled. Don't allow someone's entitlement to keep you around. That's not your problem. You know, if you know you are a good person, if you know you have good intentions, and if you know you show up for your people, be at peace with that. And be at peace with not showing up as well. You're not meant to be in every room. Sometimes the most peaceful thing you can do is remove yourself. And that's the message I have for you guys this evening. I just want to say, just protect your peace, your happiness. The world is already going to bring us down. Don't allow others to affect within. Don't allow others to change you. It's the Loving Momster here. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you comment, share this video, and hit that subscribe button below. Good night.